What's up, y'all? Today we got hip mobility. A lot of us tend to have tight hips, hip flexors, extensors. So we're going to work on movement in the hip joint today. So let's just go ahead and warm up the hips a little bit. You're laying flat on your back on your mat. Knees are flexed, feet are flat on the mat. And let that right leg fall out to the side and extend long on the mat. And then you're rotating with the hip and pulling that knee in sideways. So you're letting it fall out to the side, lengthen long, and then rotating the hip inwards, bringing the knee back up. So a lot of the workout today, I might take out some of the arms because I want to really focus on the movement in the hip. And so if we put our mind on that, then that will help us for the goal. So go ahead and turn inward, lengthen long, and bring it out laterally. Put it down. All right, let's go for 3 here. And even with the warm-ups, just really focusing on moving that leg through the hip joint. And then let's go to that left leg. So let it go out long. And my hips are actually tight. I can even feel that as I stretch out. So I'm just going to work through it today. Let's go one more on this side. Really keeping the rest of the other hip, the other side of your hip stable. And let's let it fall inward and out. So just the leg in the socket, just that left leg in the socket is moving. All right. One more, lengthen it long. Rotate it outward and bring it in. Hands down to the side. We're going to lift up the hips one piece at a time. So again, focus is on the hips. So not so much with the articulation of the spine today. And you're focusing on lifting the hips straight up, extending through here, the thighs, and then also the glutes are contracted to help get the hips up. Let's go for 4 more. 3. Exhale. So we're still focusing on breathing, remembering to breathe. And 1. All right. Let's go into imprint. So go ahead and contract the abdominals. Lift one leg up to tabletop and the other. I'm just going to flex off of the mat. And you're just going to extend the leg long through the hip and then bring it back and switch legs. So really focusing on contracting your thighs, your quads, and then extending through and contracting your glute as well to get the leg down. So you're really focusing on the hip movement more than anything here. Okay. So extend, point the toe nice and long. You can even do this laying down and still get that same movement. I can still feel it in my abdominals. Or you can flex forward for a little more challenge. So let's go ahead and extend both legs. All right. And as we extend the legs, we're going to extend the arms. Arms overhead. And then we're just bringing them back. You can lay low. Let's go for 3. Last 2. And you're only going down as far as you can without popping the ribs. And put the feet down. Bring one foot up to tabletop. We're tracing circles. But as you can see, I'm coming out a little bit wider with my circle. Extending a little bit more. Because I'm really focusing on that movement through the hip joint. So this is just the escalation of our warm-up with the leg on the floor. Okay, so I'm just opening up the hip. I'm not rocking the body. All right, don't let your leg take you. You control the leg. You control the movement. Keep that butt, that left cheek on the floor. All right. And then let's switch it. Let's take it inward and swing it around. So we're going to do this movement in a few positions today. So extending long, just rotating. You can use the hand to kind of guide it just so you can kind of feel what that movement is like. And you can even exaggerate it a little bit if you don't have that control. Go to tabletop with that left leg. Let it fall out to the side. Nice and controlled. Okay. So abdominals still have to be contracted, so we haven't just forgotten about them. But again, the focus, our mind is on that hip joint. Okay. I'm still not really extending my knee. My knee is staying at the same angle. But I'm really exaggerating the rotation of the hip. So let's go ahead and take it inward and extend out. For just rotating, going the opposite direction. All right, let's go for 3 more here. 2. Last one. All right, place that foot down. Both legs go up into tabletop. Tap the toes out in front of you. All right, so you're not dropping them straight down. You're going to take it out just a little bit in front of you. Okay? To really kind of get into the hip still and still get some core work. And then let's go ahead and flex our upper body off of the mat. Okay? And then let's take it and make it a little more smooth. So as we switch, the opposite leg comes down. Switch, 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 nice and controlled. Now go ahead if you can and straighten out the legs. Switch, switch, switch. You can pull on that leg just a little bit. Switch, scissoring the legs now. Don't forget about your glute. You're pointing the toes. You're contracting the glute to pull that leg down. Your thighs are engaged. Let's go for 3 more each side. So 3, 2. Last one. And bend the knees in and let the head rest down. Place the feet down. Hands down to your side. Get the feet up under the knees and then lift the hips up straight. Just like our warm up, lower down. Lift the hips up, straight up, come down. As you come up, keep the engagement in your abdominals so your ribs don't pop, your back doesn't arch, okay? Let's go 1 more and then hang out up there and then lift up the right leg. Keep the knee bent. Bring it up as far as you can, nice and controlled, and then switch. So pulling that knee towards you. Keeping the hips nice and stable as you place the foot down and switch legs. Hands can be down at the side. Let's go for 4. Last 3. 2. Hips up, glutes engaged, and 1. Hold yourself up. Reset if you need to before you come down. Okay, let's level this up a little bit. Take the hips up. Bring the knee up. Point the toe now so the leg is straight. And instead of flexing the foot, you're just going to bring the leg all the way down. Keep the toe pointed. Down and up. Exhale. And lower it down. Left leg comes up, point to lower. Really engage the glute. to lower the leg down. Extend at that hip. Last one. And bring that foot down. Reset. And come down one piece. Bring the knees into the chest. We're going over to our right side for the side series. So you're going to stack the hips. You're going to pitch the feet towards the front of your mat. The rest of your body is toward the back of the mat, straight, and then you're just kind of got a kink right there, okay? Your top hands resting on the floor. Now raise the foot up about hip height. Flex the foot towards you, and then you're going to swing it on back. But as we swing it, we're going nice and slow because I really want you to feel that stretch in the hips, okay? So keeping the foot nice and level, keeping your hips nice and level. Swing it back, extend, contract the glute. Contract the glute to get that leg extended, okay? And you're still trying, of course your body's gonna move, but you're trying not to exaggerate too much to where your body is popping out. All right, so control it. You're feeling the stretch. 2 and 1. Good. Now take the feet, line them up with the rest of your body. Now let's point to lift and flex to lower down. Point and flex. Point, flex. Last 3. When you come up this time, leave it up there and then just circle the leg. Keep it at the top. Circle the leg going forward, using the glute. Try not to rock. And take it back for 8, 6, and 1. Bring that bottom leg up to meet the top. Let them both lower down. Lift. That bottom comes up. So we're working on that abductor on that bottom leg. You can feel it in my left glute. Let's go 2 more. Nice and controlled. Keep the legs straight. And then lift both legs up. Lifting, thinking hip. Lifting through the hip. The abdominals are engaged. Okay. Last one. Good. Let's switch over to the other side. Whoo, feel it in that left glute. All right, so we're gonna stack the hips again. Our hand is resting in our arm. Remember to pitch the feet forward towards the front of your mat for this part. Lift up the leg, let it hover. And then you're gonna flex it forward, keeping it straight, and then swing it back, contracting the glute. And really think about what you're doing. Last 2. And then lower it down. Bring those legs back to meet the rest of your body. And then you're gonna point to lift, flex to lower. So this is what we normally do. Woo! Y'all burning. My leg is burning. My thigh, my glute. Woo. Woo. Let's go 3 more. 3, 2. And remember, when we pull it up this time, we're doing our circles at the top. So going forward first. Control it. Contract the glute. Keep that leg nice and straight. Woo. And then take it backward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 2. Bring that bottom leg up to meet it. Keep it nice and straight. Y'all. Are y'all glutes burning? Bring that bottom leg up to meet it, working that adductor on the other side. 3, 2, and then on the last one, after this, we're gonna lift both legs up together, all right? So really control the movement. I feel like I'm rocking quite a bit, but the goal here is not to rock, but just using those tiny movements to your advantage. 2, last one. Over to our belly, and we're gonna go on all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Extending that leg long, right leg long behind you. And then we're just gonna lift it straight up, lower down, tap the toe. Lift it straight up, tap the toe. Again, we're not exaggerating, so we're not going so high that we start to arch the back. You're using the glute to raise and lower the leg, all right? Abdominals are engaged. Let's go for 2 and 1. Now let's take it out, long, lift it up, and then rotate the hip. Bring the leg into you and place it down. We're gonna circle the leg around the hip in the socket, okay? So you're lengthening it long, you're rotating it, pulling it in, lowering it down. And your body, you wanna keep your body as stable as possible, okay? We want this all in the hip joint. Woo, let's go 2 more. Make sure that I'm going right. Your glute on the other side is actually engaged as well to keep you from rocking. So now let's lift it up, extend, rotate that leg in the hip socket and put it down. So now we're just going the opposite way. All right. And then once you get that movement, woo, you can start making it a little more fluid. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. All right, place that down. Let's go left leg. So extend long to start. Lifting the leg up straight, tapping the toe down. We're coming to a close here, but let's finish strong. Using that glute to lift and lower the leg. Extend at the hips for 3, 2. Now this time as we lift, we rotate the hip, rotate the leg, in the hip socket, and swing it around. So we're doing tiny circles. It's almost like our warm up, only now we're just in a different position. We're not on our back. Okay. Woo. 3, 2. Take it out, reversing it. So out wide first, take it out straight, rotate it, pull it in. I'm like, what am I doing? This way is a little awkward, but that's okay. We're getting the feel for it. Last 2, again, you're not shifting or rocking. And 1. If you're able to take that right leg out in front of you, keep it bent, and then just shift back a little bit so you can feel the stretch through that glute. And you can go down as far as you can. If you can go down on your forearms, just breathe in here. Come on up. Come out of that. And then we're going to switch. So taking that left leg out, Good. That's it for our hip mobility. I will see y'all at the next workout.